Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. Alright, so things got really busy teaching and I wasn't able to work on my studio at all. So now I have maybe some free time to try and look at some of these things. Everything is rolling along pretty good, it's getting better, but there's some things I'm still not quite happy with, and this corner over here is one of them. So on this side we have shelves that go right down to the floor. But if we look on the other side, everything's sitting on the floor. So what I ended up doing was buying, of course, more shelves. So I got some more shelves to put in there, except for now I'm going to be one light short, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to first get that other corner kind of tidied up. It's been forever since I've actually done some recording here. These are the brackets that come with these shelves. So we're going to be putting these things on again. These go onto the main post, and then the shelves rest on those, and of course the series of Allen wrenches and everything else that you have in there. But anyhow, we'll get to that and see if we can get this working a little bit better. All right. Okay, for the time being, this keyboard is still going to have to go in front of those shelves, but at least the power distribution center is off the floor, and things, I believe, look a little bit more neat and tidy up there. Well, there's a lot of space there, and I do have a plan for all that a little bit later on here. Putting in those other two shelves at least got things off the floor and looking okay on that side. So that keyboard might have to go back on one of the shelves, and that would make it look much nicer and neater over there. The next step of this whole process is I'm going to try and get into a little bit of modular gear. And I know that modular, like anything that's a synth, everything is pretty dry, so it ends up sounding not that great, unless if you add effects to it and things like this. Which brings me to opening this thing up. This is a Roland SP404 MK2. I would like to use it as an effects unit. It has so many uses. I've seen people use it with the Machine. I've seen people use it with the Akai Force and with just regular synths. I have all of that stuff. So I just thought, why not give it a try and see if it can actually go into my own studio environment here and try and do things. So anyhow, let's open this thing up and take a look at it. So we have a USB-A to USB-C cord, which was nice enough for the guys at the store to throw in because it doesn't come included with the Roland. Just take a look and see what the fun of opening this thing up anyhow. Anyhow, so let's just take a look. So I mean, it does have, at least I don't believe it comes with a cord. Anyhow, so let's flip this up and take a look and see what we got. That's kind of fancy, all right. So we have all of the instructions here, of course, and codes, I think, for registering it. Take out the old styrofoam there. We do have a power adapter, which will come in handy, I'm sure. And this is the actual device itself. Let's see how we get into this thing. All right. It's actually a lot lighter than what I thought it was going to be. And I mean, of course, you can put in batteries and all that sort of thing. So next thing is to maybe fire this up and install the latest updates. So now we have a few problems here. When I got the Machine Plus, it had an SD card in it. And when I got the Akai Force, I didn't need an SD card because it just was read by the computer. So everything was set up real easy and there wasn't a problem. Now with this, apparently, to do the update, I have to use an SD card. Well, this is the SD card from the machine. It's over on the side. But I don't have an SD card reader. So now what I have to do is, I'm going to see if this works, I'm going to have to use the Machine Plus as an SD card reader, see if I can put those roll-in files on there in order to update this. Now, it would have been kind of cool if you could have just plugged that in and just swung the files over that way because it would read it, but that isn't what the instructions say on it. So we're going to try this, see if this happens to work. Okay, so the moment of truth, we will see what happens here. I did put the files using the Machine Plus onto the SD card. This SD card that's in here is the one that actually came with the Machine Plus together. So now I'm supposed to hold Shift and turn on the power. So we'll see what happens here. Of course, where's the power button? All right, not having any idea what this thing is. Oh, there's the power button back there. Okay, so press Shift and turn it on. Okay, now we have 2 updaters. Okay, so then we'll have to see what happens now. Okay, round 1 with the card that was supplied with the machine didn't work. So now, all right, let's try round 2 here. Push that thing in, press Shift, turn it on. Let's see what happens now. It's supposed to say no updater, and then it's supposed to quickly switch over. I have my doubts. Yep, so I think updating this thing is going to be a no-go for today. Whenever I get around to getting an SD card, that's when we'll go off to check to see what SD cards are good for it or which ones work. But obviously, it's not going to work for today. All right then, well, next time I suppose. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.